Hello everyone, welcome to Learnitor.com. So today we are going to solve one more easy LeetCode problem, which is Roman to integer, which is 13th number LeetCode problem. So let's read our problem. Roman numerals are represented by 7 different symbols: I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. So I has the value of 1, V has the value of 5, X has 10, L has 50, C has 100, D has 500, M has 1000. So what they are saying, so for example, 2 is written as I in Roman numeral. Just two ones added together. 12 is written as X 11. So X has value 10 and then I has value 1. So it is 12, which is simply like x plus I. The number 27 is written is like double x v I because 27 has the 20 plus 7. So 20 we written in the double x, and for 7, which is 5 plus 1 v I. So that means this is the representation of the that number. So Roman numerals are usually written largest to smallest from left to right. So however, the numeral for 4 is not like 4 times I. Instead, the number 4 is written in IV. Okay. So whenever we are seeing the IV, it is denoted as the 4 because the 1 is before the 5. We subtract it making 4. Okay. The same principle applies to the number 9, which is written as IX. So for the writing the number 9, we have to use IX. Okay. So there are 6 instances where subtraction is used. So I can be placed before V. So if IV is present, then it will called as a 4 because V has 5, and before if I comes before V, then it is 4. Similarly for the IX, it is 9. For XL, it is 40. For XC, it is 100. So C is for 100. So XC is for 90. So C can be placed before D. So for that CD, it is 400, and CM, it is 900. Okay. So let's check whatever the understanding we were getting for this. So this is looks like a straightforward problem whenever we are getting these numbers and we have to find out the integer from that. So if we have the input like this m, then we can directly say that output of this is like 1000. So at this time it is a straightforward. So like let's say check for the first 10 numbers so that you will get more clarity in this code. So this if I came one times, it is 1. If I came two times, it is 2. If I came three times, it is 3. If we got the IV, then it is 4 because I is came previously V, so it is 4. So V has the value of 5. So for the 6, it is VI, which is 6. VI double I is 7. Then V triple I, which is 8. And for the 9, it is IX, which is 9. For the X, it is 10. So similarly for the for the X double I, it is 12. For the how we can write like 14, so X is for the 10, and 14 for 14, it is like IV. So we can use that IV. So it just gives us output as a 14. So XV has the output of 15, right? So XIX. So in this case, this is for the 19 because this X denotes 10, this IX denotes 9. So which is eventually gives us 19 as a value. So if we got the XX, then it will be 20. So similarly, like what will be the catch in that this code? So if we got like these type of numbers, so we can directly use that. But if we got like I before V, then we have to denote it as a 4. Okay. Similarly, I before X, we have to denote it as a 9. Okay. Similarly for the XL, it looks like 40. XC, which gives us output as a 90. Okay. Similarly for the CD, which gives us as a 400. And for CM, we will get the 900 value. And so these are the catch. Two letters is the catch in this problem. So your logic will depend on how you are handling these two letters combining. So whenever means the let's check how we can use like logic. So before that we can check the example here. So S is triple I, so it directly gives the 3 as the answer. So here S is like L V I. So L is for the 50, V is for the 5, and triple I is for the 3. So 50 plus 5 plus 3, which is 58. So now let's check for the this. So this is the M. So M is for the 1000. So M is for 1000 here. Then C is coming. So we can't use like C for the 100 because C is appended with the M. So we have to consider this CM, which is 900. Okay. Then XC is coming. So we are not only consider X because if x we use, then it gives the 10 value, but xc means what it will give means c has the 100 value and x has the 10 value, so it takes the 90 as the thing. And similarly for the I and this V, this will use the 4 as the value. So these are the catch. So if our logic, if it work for this input, then we can probably say that our logic is good. So how we can um, create the logic for this, right? So for the normal cases, like if we got the M, okay, so we can directly say that means we can use like if else condition in the code. So if and else conditions are like is everyone same, like in Python there is a if else condition, in Java there is also we can use if else condition, and in C++ also. So we can use like range of the if else, like if we got the M, then we can consider it as 1,000. Okay, then let's say if I got the D, then I can say that it is gives us the C 500. So what will be the means how we can proceed? So for the normal cases we can use like if we got the M, then 1,000. If I got the CM, let's we can consider latter. So D has the value of 500. Okay, C has the 100. Okay, L has the 50. So this will be the if condition. We can use X has the 10, then V has 5, and I has the 1 value over here. Okay, so but whenever we are getting the C, so the next character in that is D. Okay, then we have to consider it as a like 400. Okay, so it is like if whenever we are getting C, so in that condition we have to check for these also CD, which is 400. Okay, similarly if I got the C and the next character in that is M, so then we have to consider it as a 900. Okay, so similarly if I got the X, okay, so for the X, if I got the next element as the C, so C is for the 100. So the next element, because of that, we have to consider it as a 90. And similarly, for the X, if I got the next element as a L, then we will consider it as a 40. Similarly, for this one, whenever we are getting the I, so if the next element is IV, then we consider this as a 4. Okay. And similarly, if I got I, then the next element is X, then I need to consider it as a 9. Okay. So this is the normal logic for this. So I will just write the logic means in the C++. So it may be means it is similar in the all the coding languages like Python, Java. So you can consider this thing. So we can use like result, which is the our output result in our code, and we can use like one for loop which starts from 0 till the our length of the size of our string or the length of our string, and we are incrementing that thing. So if I got like, so same logic we are going to use here. So I will just copy this thing for the better understanding. For your better understanding, I have copied here, and I just use the indentation so that means it is will be good, will look good for your understanding. So if I got the S of I, which is exactly equal to M, okay. So what we can do, like in result, we are going to add it directly, that 1,000, correct? Else if condition. So if I got the D, that's the character. So in that case, we are directly adding 500 in that. Okay. Similarly, I'll just make copy for means for the next is C. So for normal case, we have to add 100. But if C comes the next element is D, then we have to add 400. Okay. So we have to check that whether the next element. So we have to check that I plus 1 should be less than. Let's store somewhere store the our length so that we can reuse that thing in later our code. So I plus 1 means the next element should be less than n, because if we reach already at the end of the our string, so in that case it should not work. So it will give some error in this because the array is out of bound error we will get in that case. So for the I plus 1 case, we have to check whether it is a D or M. So if it is S of I plus 1 exactly equal to D, then result plus is equal to what we have to do. CD has the 400 value. Okay, and here we have to increment the counter because we are checking both these characters CD. So in normal case, it will only check for the C, not for the D. So we have to increment here counter because our for loop is coming normally I plus plus, but we are also considering these two characters. So that's why we have to consider these both characters in this case. So else if s of I plus 1 exactly equal to n is equal to like 900, we can add. Right, similarly we have to do like I plus plus over here. Okay, and this should be in else part. In the else case, we have to use this thing. Okay, and over here also, in the else case, we have to consider like res plus is equal to 100 because whenever we have the next element, we are checking going inside here and like doing these things. And for the simplicity, like we can use combine these conditions. Okay, so in that condition, like we can use like this. And similarly, if we have the like I plus 1 is less than n, we have to go check condition over here. Means we will combine these two conditions. Okay, and eventually this will come in the else part. Okay, for the normal C. Okay, just we will check for the next one. Which is C L is 50. So we'll check for the L and we will add like 50 over here. And if we got the X, then so X has the similar thing for like XL and XC, which we have seen. Like X is 10, and so if X next element is C, so we have to consider it as 90. And similarly for the XL, we have to consider it as 40. So it is similar thing for the C. So just copy this thing and make sure that while copying, we are changing each of the values because it will impact your code. So if X and for the XL, it is 40. So this is L, this is 40, this is C, and this is 90. Okay, so this is for the X, and yeah, so we have to check use condition, else if condition for the V also. Okay, V has the 5. Then we have to use the similar condition for the I because I has the similar thing like I's next character will be V, then we can use 4. I's next character will be X, then we have to add 9 in that in our result. So I'll just copy this thing and we can write over here that like I here V, then we can add 4 over here and X over here. I hope you are getting these things. So yeah, so I'll just remove these things because this is not required now, and at the end of the for loop we just return the result. So let's check whether our code will work or not. Before that I will just quickly check whether I have written exact code or not. 1000 here it is. So D is for 500, C is for 100, but if CD comes then 400, CM comes 900, and for normal case it is 100. For L it is 50. For X, if it is come with XL then 40. If it is comes with C, XC, then it is 90. Then normal X it is 10. If V comes, then it is 5. If I comes after next is V, then it is 4. I's next is IX is 9. And for the normal case it is 1. So just run this code. So it is working for the all the test cases. So let's submit our code. Okay, so we have submitted our code and it beats the 100%. So this is our logic. I hope you understood this logic. And now we are going to use one more means one more logic. I'm not saying it is a faster than that or but we can use that thing. So I have to just discuss with you all guys. So in that logic, what we can do, like we can use one hashing functionality. So in the Python, we can have the dictionary. In C++, we have having the unordered map. Okay. So what unordered map we were using, like we were going to use like unordered map with character comma integer and m. So and I'm thinking to store the values inside that. Okay, so what we can do, like for the m the value will be 1000. So like this we have to use over here. So after checking these example, so we can say that like m c m. So all the Roman character which is greater. So 1000 means M is greater. So it is coming before all the lowest character from that. So C or X or C or V. That these are the lowest characters. So these are coming after that. Okay. So larger character is coming first time. Okay. And the smaller characters are coming. Okay. How we can use that? So whenever we are getting CM. Okay. So if we got the C. Okay. And if I got the M after that. So C is lower than M. So C has the value of 100. M has the value of 1000. So C is coming before M. So in that case, we have to just means made subtraction of the C in that. So eventually, so means we can go linearly over here. So for the M, we can use the 1000. So uh, its next is not greater than him. Okay. So if I got for the C, then in that case, C's next is M, which is greater than him. So in that case, we can just subtract that value from that. Okay. And that when it came for the M, then we can add that 1000 in that. Then similarly for the X, C, I, V, like that things. So I will just go through like for your understanding. I'll just show you how I can thinking about this. So this is the input head value. So I is at 0. Okay. I result will be 0 in that case. So when I is at 0, we are getting M. So M's next value is not greater than him. So C we are getting, which is lesser than him. So we can just add 1000 in that because M has the value of 1000. Okay. Then we are getting C. So C's next value is M. So C's next value is greater than him. So what we can do, we just divide whatever the value of C, which is 100. So in this case, it will go for the 1000 minus 100, which is 900. Then we are getting 1000 M we are getting. So we just check whether the next element is greater than him. So it is not. So we just add 1000 in that. So it will come as the 1900. Then I got the X, and X next element is C. So X has value 10, C has the value 100. So C is greater than him. So for this X, we have to subtract its value from uh, the result. So what we will do, like we subtract 10 from this. So it will use 1890. Okay. Then we are getting C. So C, we check whether the next element is greater than him. So I has the value 1, C has the value of 100. So it is not. So we will just add, oh, sorry, C is for 100. So we will get 1990. Okay. So current value will be 1990. Then we will getting I here. So I's next value is V. So I's value is 1, V's value is 5. So the next element is greater than him. So we will subtract 1 from here. So because of that, we will get 1989. Okay. Then next element is V. So we just add because V's next element is not present, so we have to just add 5 in that, and so it will use the 1994 as the answer. So let's write this code. Okay, so we have the our unordered map and this. So if we check like so let's write the code for this one. So we have already written the unordered map, and we can use the logic over here. So we have to check like uh, the next element should not be the greater than the number. So like the catch things. So in the catch things like these IV, so the next element is greater than him means the V is greater than I. So that number is coming. So the we have to consider this logic. So um, we have to check this thing. So if I plus 1 is greater than M of I, then in that case we have to just subtract uh, from that. So we have used already result. So we will subtract M of I's value for that, and for the else condition we have to just add in that. So this looks very simple code and easy to understand. So I hope it will should run our code. Okay, so it is not working. Mm, So why it is not working? Because we are not checking s of I plus 1. So we have to use over here like s of I. So that particular character for here, and similarly for the s of I for that string. Similarly over here, that character we have to check. Let's run once again. So now it's work and it worked for all the test cases. So let's submit this code. So you can see that this is the one more logic for this code, and yeah, so the if we check the complexity of that thing, so it has the same complexity like order of n, just we are using some data to store, but it is easy to understand, so it can be useful. So this is one more logic you can think about, so you can see these things in our channels only. So I hope you like this video, so please like, share and subscribe our channel, and thank you for seeing this video. Thank you very